Hey, Shalom. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone. Honor to you, brothers. Salakia. We start off again. It says, all praises unto Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone. Honor to you, brothers, that we pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So I wanted to entitle this video, I don't know how I'm going to entitle it, rather, but I wanted to base this video on judgment, okay? Because Esau has got a massive amount of judgment that just hasn't been, that hasn't caught up to him, okay? When you go into these different scriptures and you find out what happened to the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, okay, as it was according to the law, and what was going to happen to them as a result of them not following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, then you find out that all of the captivity, all of the slavery that we went through, all of that was because what? Was because we didn't keep to the standard that the Most High had set up, okay? And in not keeping to the standard that the Most High, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, had set forth for us, we were due the punishment thereof. That is to say, when you have an action, okay, against Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, then you have a subsequent action, okay, that stems from that, a reaction rather more. So you go off and you're not following, and this goes for the Israelites, because you go to the book of Psalms, the 147th chapter and the 19th verse. The scripture says that the Most High showeth his word unto Jacob. He hath not dealt so with any other nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known it. So you're talking about the law and the keeping of the law that was given unto the Israelites, okay? And therefore iniquity, and therefore the redemption of iniquity goes back unto who? Goes back unto the Israelites. But as for the rest of these different people, these different nations, these heathens, okay, when the scripture says that blessed are they that bless you and cursed are they that curse you, this is within the book of Numbers, okay? So as for the rest of these nations, when we was going through the different adversities that we was going through as a result of us not following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High used these nations as his whipping stick. I believe the scripture goes as far as saying, "Deliver me from thy sword." Okay, roughly paraphrasing. That is to say that the Most High's sword for destroying Israel when they go off on the law, statutes, commandments that He has set forth. Okay, whether that be in the spirit or in the flesh. Okay. They basically was gonna get jacked up, man, by way of these different nations. Now, like the scripture says, blessed are they that bless thee, and cursed are they that curse thee. So what you have is as a result is you got a lot of judgment that's going before these nations. Okay, with the top ranking person for this judgment before going on Esau. Okay, so this is the book of 2 Thessalonians, the first chapter on the 6th verse, and says, seeing it is a righteous thing, we are Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you. So it's a righteous thing for the Most High to recompense them that trouble you. It's righteousness. So how, just like how we was put into captivity, these other nations are going to go into captivity. Just like how we was the byword in the proverb, well, Esau is going to be the major byword in the proverb within the kingdom. And so with these other nations, but there's going to be rank and file with Israel being on the top and Esau being right at the bottom. Just like how you got it to where Esau is right on the top right now, then you got it to where you got Moab or whoever underneath them, and the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans right at the bottom, where you're going to have a complete total role reversal, man. Okay? With Esau and the Moabites right at the bottom, man. Okay? But Esau really being way more bottom than anybody else. The scripture goes as far as saying, the eye that saw thee shall see thee no more. Because why? Because these Edomites is going to be wiped off the face of the earth because they touched the apple of the Most High's eye, which was the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and all of the Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, so this is the book of Revelations, the 13th chapter, and this is starting at the 9th verse. It says, if any man have an ear, right, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So we was led into captivity, was we not? Okay. And as far as these Edomites are concerned, this is the life we're living in right now. We're living a life where these Edomites basically believe that the Most High ain't going to judge them for all of that wickedness that they did unto us. Okay? How they did all kind of atrocities to the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay? And they're doing all kind of atrocities by way of the food that we eat, by way of the music that you were listening to. We're receiving all kind of hell by way of this, man. Okay? We're receiving all kind of hell, but see, they think that they're gonna just get away with that. They don't think about the day of the Lord's judgment. Okay, and when they do think about the day of the Lord's judgment, whether they be in them churches, they're thinking about the Lord delivering them from the state of empowerment that they're in into another state of empowerment that they want to be in. They want to do even better than they're doing right now. But see, the scriptures speaks contrawise. The scriptures speaks about what? How it is a righteous thing unto Yahweh Shai to recompense them that trouble you. It is righteousness with Yahweh Shai to take us from the position of catching hell to be the ones that are inflicting that. And we're going to see that within the book of Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, okay, the 14th chapter. So it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Because the scripture also says that what? If you shed blood, if you shed men's blood, that land's going to be defiled until your blood is shed. These are the ordinances of the scriptures. These are the constants that make up the fabric of the universe. Okay, because there is the constants. You know, you go Esau's colleges and you learn his mathematics. You find out there's mathematical constants, okay, that must needs be applied in situations of a similar kin. Okay, so if you're dealing with springs, then you have Planck's constant. When you're dealing with what's known as friction, then you have coefficients of friction or whatever. All of these different constants that must needs be applied to make that mass work. Well, guess what? The Most High has got a particular mass that he's put out there into the universe, okay, which is that what? If a man touches you and he touches you unrighteously, well, guess what? You have the right for that man you have the right to put your hands on that individual, man. That's what the Most High put out there into the ambient. And that's what's going to happen with these Edomites. Okay, we're going to put our hands on them, not because we're some, super duper humans. No, the Most High is going to impart that spirit unto us. Okay, and in that time when the Lord is ready, okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna be, but see, the Lord's gonna get his first. Because we go to the book of Revelations, what did it say? It says Yahweh, the ones that pierce the outside, they're gonna receive judgment too, man. So it's a beautiful thing that we're out here within this truth, okay, and we're at the precipice of this judgment playing out. We also know that what? There ain't a thing of us doing this. So them guys out here on this black militant group malarkey, well, you know that they are government funded, because that black militant group malarkey is gonna have a lot of what? It's gonna have a lot of people, okay, being imprisoned on an account of being a terrorist. Now we know they want to brand all Israelites as terrorists because we're bringing out this truth, okay, and this truth is anti New World Order. Okay, but we're bringing out this truth, and as a result of bringing out this truth, they want to stop that truth from going out. So obviously they're going to brand all of the Israelites as terrorists. But in order to do that, you have to set certain things up in motion first. That case in point, having it to where you got militarized type individuals out here. Okay, basically pushing forth an agenda that's like a militia group, man. That's set up by Esau. Okay, but even beyond that, what you're gonna have? You're gonna have it to where judgment is gonna be still taken out, and we're gonna take great joy in doing that. Okay, so it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. This is the Bible we're speaking right now. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So when you're talking about what the saints, okay, what they look forward to, okay, what their mindset is all about. Their mindset is about getting one up on their enemies, okay, and their enemies, and by way of Yahweh Shai, and that's going to come about by way of the Lord returning. See, a lot of people think that when the Lord returns, He's going to make everybody happy and everybody's just going to be cool and everybody's going to hold hands and there's going to be peace. Well, yeah, there's going to be peace, but there's going to be a necessary amount of judgment, okay, and ultimately removing of Esau from the earth before that for that peace can be enjoyed. Because once you got the man of sin within the midst of everything, you can't have no peace, man. You can't have no peace when chemtrails is going on out there. You're seeing your people bugging out on the streets, man. You can't have no peace like that, okay? But when Esau is removed, the one that the individual that has it to where peace is removed from the earth. Remember when we go to the book of Revelations, what did it say? It says that then the Most High was going to put a man out there, okay, and he's going to sit upon a red horse, okay, and power was going to be given unto him to remove peace from the earth. Who do you think that person is? Okay, and until that, the Most High himself, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by way of his power, removed that man from the position that he is in of taking peace away from the earth, you was always going to be in a situation where there wasn't going to be peace upon the earth. And that's what we're living through right now. That's what we are suffering through right now. Okay, so let's finish up on here. This is the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, and this is the first verse. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy upon Jacob." So after we've caught all of this hell, after we've been in captivity for so long, okay, we don't even know what freedom is. That's the craziest thing about it. Okay, you got people out here talking about how they're free. Man, I don't know what freedom is, man. Okay, I don't know what freedom is. Okay, I can't take 6 months out of for holidays, man. I can't do that. Okay, I can't not pay my bills. Okay, well, the mere fact I got bills is a result of what? Is a result of the system, and that system that ain't a system that was designed for my benefit. That was a system designed for the express benefit of the elite banking families, man. That wasn't a system for me. That was a system for them. Okay, so as long as you're living within this society, man, you can forget about freedom. Okay, hey, you get a kid, you say, oh, fantastic. You get 2 kids, and then you start worrying. Okay, and for most of us, when you get the first child, man, you be worried more than anything. And the scripture says that children are a blessing. So it's either that children are a curse, or we're living in a cursed state where we can't enjoy the blessing of children. And I'm inclined to go with the latter, man. Okay, I'm inclined to go with the latter. Okay, so let's finish up this. It says, for the Lord will have mercy upon Jacob, and yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Israel, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. So we're gonna take captives of our slave masters, much like how you saw in Spartacus, and he was overthrowing the Roman Empire. But see, we're not gonna do it like a rebellion. We're just preaching the word right now. Okay, and yeah, they're gonna treat you like we're rebelling, like how the Black Panthers might rebel. But the fact of the matter is, we're just reading the Bible. That's it. Nothing crazy about what we're doing. Just reading the Bible. That's it. We just reading the Bible. What you do inside it? Just reading the Bible. What are you doing that for? Because I want to read the Bible. That's it. Ain't nothing crazy to it. Okay. As much as these Edomites and these different people among us might want to spin that, that's just all we do. Okay, but then when the Lord returns, that's when action is going to be affirmative action is going to be taking place, man. Okay, so it says, and take them whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule over our oppressors, and that goes back onto the scripture where it says, okay, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense them that trouble you. So hopefully that was of edification. Okay, and with that I'm gonna say, Yahweh Shem Yahushai wa Harakaka Dash Barakatham. Okay, all praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles of GreatMillStone, and honest you brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.